Hey everybody, it's Dina Rica with the Creativity Cave. I am so excited to be stamping with you today because I have two amazing projects. I've got a little stand-up calendar. You can see it's hard to capture that on the video camera, but a stand-up calendar, and then of course I had to make a coordinating card to go with it. And these beautiful projects feature the brand new, just released this week, Occasions catalog. Gosh, I keep saying holiday catalog. The Occasions catalog that is filled with amazing products, amazing samples, lots of just super duper cool stuff. So in this catalog, there are 4 pages dedicated to the beautiful Peaceful Poppies suite. And there are 2 bundles and all kinds of fun stuff. And the best part is when you spend $50, or for every $50 that you spend, no judgment here at the Creativity Cave, you will get a free choice from the Sale-a-bration catalog. And this also is filled with some amazing goodies that you can get absolutely free with your purchase. The best deal is signing up to become a demonstrator on my team. And when you do that, you get a bundle of awesome products. You get a mini trimmer, an assortment of printed paper, plus a free stamp set of your choice from the annual catalog or the Occasions catalog of any price. So it's a great deal, and there's lots of awesome perks for being a part of my team, and I'd love to welcome you to it. But it's time to stamp, and I've got 2 awesome things to share with you today. Both of those catalogs are part of my Sale-a-bration event, which is an online kind of extravaganza event that takes place over a couple of weeks period of time. We're actually getting officially started next week. And so if you want to be a part of that, I've got some information in the description of this video. We're going to start by making the calendar. Really just 2 pieces of paper. We've got a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece, and then a 4 by, that's actually the wrong piece, a 4 by 4 1/4 inch piece. Or at least I thought I did. I might need to cut it. Well, thankfully I've got a paper trimmer right here. All right, so I'm just going to cut this at 4 1/4 inches. Oops, 4 inches, and then this needs to be 4 1/4. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take this piece, and on the 4-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. And by the way, the new trimmer has blades that are available for purchase now. Okay, so I scored it at 1/2 inch. I'm going to score it at 2 inches, and then I'm going to score it at 3.5 inches. So depending on how your brain works, some people like those measurements. Basically, I'm scoring it in half and then a 1/2 inch tab on either side, just so you know. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold on those score lines and burnish them with a bone folder. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this up, and then I'm just going to flip that up. So what I'm going to end up with is kind of a mountain with 2 little valleys, a big mountain and 2 little valleys on either side. All right. Now the other thing is, and I guess I could have done this while I was on my paper cutter, is I'm going to fold my piece of cardstock in half as well. This is the 4 by 5 or 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of printed paper, thick white paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I want to glue these, and I find the best adhesive for something like this that's going to sit on your desk for a long time is not tear and tape, it's not snail, it's liquid glue. So I'm going to start with one side, and you can see the mountain is pointing up on the inside of my tent here. And you know what these tents are really like? They're, when you go to a restaurant, have you ever seen those table tents? I mean, everywhere from fast foods to like bars and grills, everybody has table tents on the tables at restaurants, it seems. And this is just like that. Okay, so there we go. I've got this adhered really well. And then what we're going to do is the other side. So flip this over, put some glue on here. I'm not doing a thick layer of glue. I'm doing a pretty thin layer of glue, but I just want to get this adhered nicely. And then that is it. It's pretty easy. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've got a 4 by 5¼ inch piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to use this to adhere my printed papers too. So one of my papers is, look at that, they're just so pretty, is this polka dotted piece, and I'm going to cut this at 2 3/4. And then I need another piece, which I will also cut. So I'm going to take this piece and cut it to the same size, which is 4, which it already is, by 2 3/4. All right, now let's put the rest of this together because it's pretty easy. We're going to make a card that coordinates, and it's basically the same thing. All right, so I'll adhere this to the top of my piece of cardstock, and this white panel is just to adhere these layers to, and then we're going to add some ribbon, and that's really all that it's for. And then this piece over the top, and then I'm going to take some black satin ribbon right here, and I'm going to put a length of it across like so. Just snip that, and I'll adhere that with a couple of glue dots on either end. Now, one of my favorite tips for this suite is, or really any grouping of dies where you put the pieces together, my tip for that is to take and die cut a whole bunch up and then just play with them. And to organize that, I got this. It's just a Plano tackle box that I got at Walmart in the fishing department. And the reason is because things are cheaper in the non-crafting departments of stores. I'm just telling you. And I've die cut a whole bunch of the pieces from this suite, all the different dies, and I've put them in here so that when I go to make a card, I can just pull a couple pieces out quickly and I don't have to sit and die cut them. It's really helpful to do that kind of a thing. Let me show you. So I just pulled these pieces out of my little box. Here I've got the detail poppy, the solid poppy, and then the 2 leaf pieces. All right, and I'm using the Peaceful Moments stamp set, and it has a coordinating set of dies, which are all the beautiful shapes of the poppies. Now, this is a class I also have going on this month. I just released it yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I'll put that in the description of this video. But lots of great ideas on how to use this. Okay, now I will take this piece and adhere it to my tent, and then we're going to add the other parts to it. Now, the nice thing about that tent is that it folds flat. So if you wanted to pop this into a regular sized envelope and mail it, you totally could. It might require a little extra postage because of the thickness and maybe the weight of everything, but it will mail just fine. I'm also going to take one of my little rip-off calendars. Now, you can just Google rip-off calendars, mini rip-off calendars, and they're available in all kinds of places. But I will send you a package of 10 of these if you are one of the first 10 people to order from my online store, starting right now. So if you spend $50 or more in my online store, you will get one of these packages of 10 calendars, and that's in addition to the other things that I have for my customers for free. So Stamp It Up will give you something for free. I'll give you a PDF tutorial for free, and you'll get this package of calendars for free, and I'll send them out to you right away, so you don't have to wait. Now I'm going to take and adhere this. Now, I really find you only need to have the adhesive in the center of the poppy, but if you want, you can use my little trick with the sponge and the liquid glue and the silicone mat. If you want to do that, you certainly can. I find a little adhesive in the center is just fine. So there's my beautiful Poppy. Now here's where things get kind of awesome. I shouldn't say kind of, they get completely awesome. Is I have the little center is actually from Glimmer paper. And let me tell you, adding the little center to this Poppy totally makes it work like extra awesome. So I'll pop that in right here like that. And the cool thing about my class that I have coming out this month is that we're going to show you all kinds of cool things to use with these dies and the coordinating stamp set, of course, but we're also going to make a little perpetual birthday calendar. And it's a little portfolio that will hold cards and envelopes, and it will allow you to keep track of all the birthdays that you have in your life, and it's a really cool thing. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that up onto my calendar like so, and then I'm going to embellish it with a couple of these leaves. And for that, I'll just take a glue dot and adhere them. Now, these are meant to layer together, but in this case, black on black is not, you can't see it very well, so I'm just going to kind of offset them slightly like so. And then I will adhere this right underneath my Poppy. Oops. Like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love this. And then it just stands on your table. So I'm super excited about that. Now let me show you the card. Like I said, it's much the same. So I'll create that base and then we'll put the rest, I'll create the base, the pieces, and then we'll put the rest together. Okay, so up to this point, everything is the same as my tent calendar. I've adhered the 2 pieces of printed paper to my Whisper White panel. I've added the die cut poppies that I've adhered together. Instead of putting it on a card base that folds at the top, I'm going to do it on a standard card that folds on the side, like so. And that's thick white paper just like before. And then, oh, actually, before I adhere this, what I want to do is I took one of the labels and I'm going to, the label is actually from the Painted Poppies stamp set bundle. It's one of the dies in here. And I'm going to take and stamp Thank You, which is from the Peaceful Poppies, the first one I showed you. And I'm going to stamp that in some black Memento ink. And I'll just position that on here. So that looks awesome. It says thank you, and then I will adhere it to the edge of my card. Now what I'm going to do though is snip off the excess. So we'll just kind of position it down here, flip this over, and then cut off that little excess of the tab. And there we go. And then instead of using the little leaves, I'm going to take one of these pretty leaf branches and just adhere this underneath my poppy, kind of coming out like so. Okay, so those are the only 2 differences in this card. And then I'll take and adhere this, whoops, right onto my card like so. And then you've got a coordinating card that matches. I'm almost done. The last thing I want to do is add to the inside just 1 poppy. A lot of people comment that they enjoy seeing things on the insides of cards. So I thought I'd take that stamp image that is the poppy and then just stamp it on the inside of my card. And I do just absolutely love how gorgeous that is. And as it turns out, black and white poppies are a real thing. So I think that's kind of cool. All right, now don't forget I've got an online class for this beautiful suite of products. I also have a celebration event that starts up this week, and it is going to be until the 20th and probably a little beyond, to be honest. We have card contests, giveaways, prizes, live demonstration videos, but you can watch them anytime because everything will be recorded, a gallery of projects from the Occasions catalog and Celebration catalog. You don't want to miss it. It's an awesome deal. And there's ordering specials too. So all you have to do is register in the link below and you can enjoy some super good times with us. We always have a lot of fun. Thanks so much for stamping with me today, guys. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.